Hey everybody, you're watching CAD Roll Hunter, and I have a box of Canadian dimes, $250 of 10-cent coins to go through, looking for treasure. Hey everybody, this is James, and you're watching my channel, CAD Roll Hunter, and that's right, we've got a full box of customer wrapped dimes, Canadian dimes we're going to go through. We're looking for anything. We were on a silver streak. We had two great boxes. Our last box, not so great. We're hoping we can pick up the silver trail here and find something in here. Well, let's just dig in and see what we can get. I was just about to sweep away roll number one, thinking I'd gotten nothing, but check it out. We have our first low mintage 2021 Blue Nose under sale, a beautiful coin. Roll two, no silver edges, but definitely going to get some Americans. It looks like we've got 4 copper edges there. That's interesting. Par for the course for our Canadian roll hunts, of course. Well, check it out. Those US coins aren't going to be the only finds in this roll. We've got ourselves some color. There is the color Blue Nose, and you can see the color enamel is sort of a little askew. It's not covering all of the area it should. I think that's probably a fairly normal minting issue, but the coin itself looks fantastic. So we did get a few American dimes, a 1990 Denver, a 2002 Philadelphia, that 2019 Denver, and then this one I got under the scope here, our grungy end, is a 1965, just 1 year off of silver. A silver dime would be awesome. Roll number 4, and we've got a commemorative. It is the 2017 Wings of Peace. Beautiful. Roll number 5, and I just uncovered what looks to be a gorgeous 1979. Look at that. Beautiful. Flawless Fields. That is a nice one. I don't know where this one came from, but I'm happy to have it in my collection. We are in roll number 13, and it's been pretty slow going, but we've got a 90s dime that looks pretty nice here. So we'll just flip it over and see what it is. And that is a 1998. A little bit of circulation wear, but not a bad coin. And so we're stuck on 6 US, a couple of those Blue Nose. We got that really nice 1979, but we're still hoping we're going to find something cool in here. Roll number 15, and I just flipped it over, but we have our second colorized 2021 Blue Nose. Awesome. Roll 16, and our Blue Nose tally for non-color moves up to 2. Roll 17, and I almost missed one again. These ones are tough because the obverse is the same as other years, and so if you don't look closely enough, you'll just flick it on over. In this case, we got another one. Also, notice the enamel is lower on this one, but it's even. The other ones were sort of tilted down towards the right. But that's our third colorized dime for the hunt. We'll add that. I just grabbed roll number 18, and this is our first plastic wrapped roll. But look what I see. I think we've got silver, and I think we might even have 2. This one edge here is really, really bright, but the 2 down from it, I think also might be silver as well. We could have 2 silvers in here, and the more I look at it, the more I think that's the case. So let's just put it down and see what we can find here. If I can get these out all in one action. That looks pretty silvery to me. And we have a 1968 50% silver quarter in the box. Our silver streak is back on. That's awesome. But the question is, do we have 2? Because it looked like this other one. Oh yeah, we can even hear it. That is a 1955 Laureate portrait. 2 silver dimes in the box in the same roll. I don't think I saw any others, but that is really cool. That is 80% silver, and that edge you could see just looks old. That's wicked. 2 silvers in the box. And something I just noticed as I was about to just line these up, this one here looks really nice. That is a really nice 1973. It's not silver, it's nickel, but it's a gorgeous coin. I'll set that aside as well. Same roll, have a look at that. That's a 1968, just beautiful. I believe that is nickel, though. We'll get our magnet out to confirm it is a nickel dime. It's not the silver one, but I'm going to set that aside as well. It is a beauty. So I'll put it up there with our coins that are quite lovely. And check it out. There's another one. Nice, beautiful. Again, a nickel 1968 in that roll, just a couple of coins behind that one. So there's another one. I'm not sure what's happening here. You can see that there are some older coins, 70s, 60s, but some newer ones in there too. So I'm not sure what the deal is with this roll, but if they're going to throw some nice coins out at us, we'll take them for sure. I think I'm going to have to take a closer look at some of these. This 1973 isn't as shiny as the rest, but it really doesn't show any circulation where it looks like it might just have sort of a film from how it's been stored or something. I'm not sure. So I'm going to set it aside and look more closely at some of these other ones to see if they're in fact just sort of dull in color, but mostly uncirculated. And I think that's going to be the case. Here's the 1972 that was right behind it. Beautiful. And they just keep coming towards the end of that roll. Another 68, another 68. I'm not sure that's a 72, but just some nice coins and some with some scratches and such. But somebody must have come across a roll of 1968s in really nice condition and stored them up. And this one here is a 1973 that again shows some signs of contact with other coins, but otherwise is in mostly uncirculated condition. Roll 21, we got another Roosevelt dime. This one is going to be a 1999 out of Philadelphia. Now, I don't want to give too much away, but after that last roll with silver in it, I did take a look at the other plastic wrapped rolls, and a couple of them have some looks of silver, I think, and they are the same clear plastic roll with a purple stripe on it. So this box is promising some more. Roll 23 and our non-colored blue nose are keeping pace with our colored blue nose. We've got 3 apiece now. Roll 28 is another one of these plastic wrappers, but it doesn't have the purple stripe like this one does, and it doesn't look to have any silver edges as we take a peek at it. In fact, they look to be all pretty plain. Why that's significant, of course, is because when people wrap up coins, if they find an old jar of coins and wrap them up, they'll tend to go and get a whole bunch of the same kind of wrapper, which is why I want to see if we've got more of these. And I can see that that next one in there is one. And I mentioned, we'll just take a little sneak peek, that I can see a couple lighter edges, and I'm not going to look any closer than that because we're not there yet. But that looks really promising. But I think that's what's happening. This one here doesn't look like it, but we'll take a closer look just in case I'm missing anything by the edges. Well, what we have found in that roll is a pretty nice looking 1988. Again, I don't see these 80s often in decent shape. It is circulated and it's got scratches, so it's not a keeper, but better than the average one for sure. We're finding a bunch of these double date blue nose. I'm not pulling them out anymore, as you know. They seem to be very plentiful, but they are still beautiful coins when you see them brand new like this. And while we're here, we may as well take a look at our Americans. We got a 1977 out of Denver, and there was another copper edge in there. I can see it now. And that one is a 1996 also out of Denver. Roll number 37, we are just one roll away from that promising plastic wrapper, but this paper wrapper, I opened it up, and I think we're going to have another silver in here. Look at this edge right by my thumb. That looks pretty white and bright. So I'm going to put these down. We'll see if we can find that edge and see what it is. I'm going to have to, now I've spilled them out all over the place, but there it is right there. And it does look silver. And that is another 1968. That's another 50% silver. That is incredible. That's 3 for the box so far. Awesome. Still in that roll, and I just pulled out another 1968, this one on the right here. But you can see a big difference between that 68 on the right and this 68 on the left that is silver. And of course, if I try to put the magnet to this guy, it definitely tells me it is made of nickel. If I try on the next one, well, if I don't get caught up by all these other ones, but if I try over here, nothing happens. So you can definitely tell the difference just by looking at them for sure. But it doesn't hurt to check just in case. All right, we're here at roll number 38, and I told you this looked promising. It's another one of these clear plastic rolls with that purple stripe, and I think we're going to have at least another 2. I see a promising edge here by my thumb, And I think right here, I don't think there are any others, but that is a 70s ender and it looks pretty nice. And on this side, it's another 68 ender. We found a bunch of really nice 68s in that last roll. So I think these are related, a sister roll, if you will. But let's find out what we are dealing with here with these silvery edges. And I just got to see if I can spot it again. This guy right here. Whoops, that I didn't get. And it has the sound of silver. That is another 1968. So that's our third 68. And I can see that other edge now. It is right here. And it is an oldie. Check that out. That is King George VI. That is a 1951. I'm going to have to look. I keep pretty extensive records of all of my hunts. I don't believe I've actually found a King George VI silver dime, silver anything maybe, in a coin roll hunt. So I'm going to check that, but that's awesome. That's our fifth silver, and this is an oldie, a 1951, 80% silver, King George VI. That's awesome. So I checked my spreadsheet, and I can absolutely confirm that I have never found a King George VI dime, and that's really awesome. I've actually only found two in the 50s, a 53 shoulder fold, I believe, and a 1959. All the rest have been more common dimes in the 60s, and so this is really wicked. 1951 in the box, and I'm hoping we're going to find some more. We'll check the rest of this roll first before we get too far ahead. There might be something I didn't see by the edge. And there is one more roll behind there with the purple stripe, so I'm hopeful that might be from the same batch. Well, I don't see more silver edges, but here is a pretty nice looking 1973, and then behind it, another nice 68. This one's more circulated. It suggests to me, and you can see it's got some scratches, it suggests to me that some of these coins, now there are some newer ones, there's a 2014 in there and a 2001, but I wonder if some of these were in a jar or a piggy bank that all got put together and all the ones on the bottom are older coins. We'll never know, of course, we can only speculate, but of course here is a 74 that looks to be in fairly good shape as well. So, but again, they found their way to me, and that's fine with me as well. I've found several more 68s in that roll, but here is a gorgeous looking 1971. Isn't that beautiful? Roll 39 is going to give us a pretty nice 1989. Roll number 42. And can you see something peeking out at me? I see a little bit of color. That is going to be a 2021 Blue Nose color dime. Awesome. That's our fifth of the box. Roll 47, and the sun is peeking out here right where we're trying to look. We got an odd edge. I'm not sure what that is. Darker. And that, I got to move it out of the sun here so we can see it. It's a 1987, and it's not going to be silver. It's just got some odd toning to it. Very strange. Not sure what that's all about. But it looks to be just a regular 1987. Strange. So here is roll number 48, and it's another one of these purple striped ones, and I think we're going to have more silver. In fact, I think we're going to have 3 more silver in here. And if that's the case, that'll bring us to 8. That will tie my record from just a couple boxes ago. It's insane. But I think we've got a silver edge right here, and I think we've got 2 back-to-back silver edges right here in this roll. And the sun, of course, is shining really brightly right now. And this roll even looks like it's been marked by somebody. Clearly not by the person who put silver in here, unless they were trying to indicate they'd put silver in there. But let's look at this one here first. That is, I got to get it out of the sun again. That's another 1968, another 50% silver. It's got that sound of silver. I'll bring the roll over here, and we'll look at these other 2. And I think they are both going to be silver. And I think they're both going to be the same. I think this is going to be another 1968. And another 1968. So we have 8 silver, 6 of which are going to be 1968 50% silver. That's incredible. And we still have to look through this roll, and it looks like the last ones, it's going to be some older 60s and 70s with a damaged one, of course, in there. So I'll get these out and we'll take a peek. So this is going to follow the pattern. There's a fairly decent 1974, followed behind it by some more 68s, a little bit of circulation wear. So somebody was definitely pulling aside 68s without regard to whether they were nickel or silver, it appears, because there are a bunch of 68s in here, just like we saw on those last rolls, and some of them are quite lovely. Same roll, there's a really nice 1973 there. Roll number 50, that appears to be the end of the silver. No more in this roll, so we'll see if there's any finds in here, and then we'll bring you back for a wrap-up. So we've gone through another 2,500 dimes, and did we ever have a good hunt? Let's take a peek at what we got. Well, we got 18 US dimes there. We got another 4, and we got a 5 pence from the United Kingdom. That's from 1990. We got 5 Blue Nose Under Sale 2021 double date non-color, and 5 with the color. That's really cool. And then we found a lot of really nice other coins. First of all, we got a whole stack of bright and shiny 1968s. I'll look through those and I'll keep the absolute best, but we got a lot of really nice ones. And then we got a bunch through the 70s and 80s, all in the same rolls. There's a 71, 72, some 73s, 74s, 75, 79, and some from the 80s and the 90s. There's a 2017 that was good. But our best finds, of course, were silver. We got 6 1968 50% Canadian silver dimes. That's awesome. And we got 2 others. We got, on the left-hand side is a 1955. That is a laureate portrait. Queen Elizabeth II. Always cool to find that. And my first ever King George VI silver dime, 80% silver in the box. So we tied my record for the number of silver dimes with 8. That was from 2 boxes ago. It doesn't tie my record for the amount of silver because our 8 silver dimes previously were mostly 80% silver rather than 50% silver. But I'm not going to complain. We got tons of silver. I don't ever expect to get silver in a box necessarily. If we get 1, we're lucky. If we get 8, oh my goodness, we've been on such a streak. It's been crazy. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and a like. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, Cateroll Hunter, please do that now. You'll be alerted when my new videos come out. I have videos coming out all the time. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. We'll see you again next time.